So my goal is to have YouTube retire me. And that's going to be a big goal to shoot for because right now I'm not making a whole lot of money. Yes, I know that's a mega goal, but I've been around for a while and I think I can make this happen and grow my channel. I've created hundreds of hours worth of courses and had quite a bit of success creating videos, but I've never had a chance to have a YouTube channel until now. I finally got monetized after 17 years. 2 weeks ago, I got the email. I couldn't believe it. There's many reasons why I couldn't get monetized before, but me and Google worked it out behind the scenes and they were able to get me back online with AdSense. So finally, for the first time, I can make a living on YouTube. And it's at the perfect time because online course creation websites like Udemy and Skillshare, all these ones where you can upload videos and sell them and make money, well, they are doing terrible for all instructors. Udemy is switching to a pay per minute subscription plan and it is killing our revenue. And we're making just pennies compared to what we'd make when we could just sell the course outright for a fixed fee. Same thing with Skillshare. Skillshare has also cut our earnings a few years ago in half, and it's been devastating. You can see my chart doesn't look really good, so I have to shift my focus to another revenue stream. I'm great at making videos, so I figured YouTube will be where I can shine. So I've been monetized for 2 weeks. Let's see how I did. I have quite the history of videos, over 156 videos, so let's take a look. So I've made a grand total of $31.09, and this was started back in early October. It is now almost the end of October. I had one really good day. That's because I had a pretty decent video performance where I asked ChatGPT to teach me graphic design. I felt like the thumbnail, plus I think the title is kind of that catchy vibe. And that's what I'm having to relearn all this because I'm used to creating courses where you don't have to be clickbaity. You don't have to have these crazy titles that are emotionally charged. You just say, this is a Photoshop class. And so this is completely new for me. I'm going to have to really play by the YouTube's algorithm. That's going to be the one thing that's going to really bother me as someone who never had to do that before. So how am I going to retire myself off $31 in 2 weeks of income? So if I double that, that's $62 a month. I am retiring from online course creation, and I don't think I have a choice because if you look at my revenue graphs, they're absolutely terrible. Really, really bad performance in the last 6 months, and that's on all platforms that are not doing well. So I'm assuming that that income is going to go to zero. So if I have to make all of the income that I need to retire, I'm going to have to do it on YouTube. So I'm going to have to increase this number by a lot. So I'm coming up with some really good ideas. I ran some ideas through ChatGPT, and it kind of helped me go back and forth between some video ideas that might do well. Here is kind of some really rough kind of ideas. And it told me some of the most viral potential ideas was I wrote some really good blog posts. So I could take some of my blog posts that did really well and make a video out of it. So the Google Nano Banana, is it a Photoshop killer? And so I compare ChatGPT versus Google Nano Banana. And I don't want to get too much into AI tools because I've already had a lot of backlash about me promoting AI tools. A lot of creatives are not open to that idea yet, so I need to be careful about what I do with my audience. But that's what people are wanting to learn about right now, so I have to figure out the balance. I can also talk about kind of my success on Udemy and Skillshare. I've had quite a bit of success. I'm one of the top sellers in the world on those content, which is crazy how my revenue has crashed so much, even still being top ranked in terms of sales, and somehow everybody's revenue is crashing. But there's a lot to be taught there is kind of my successes, maybe some tips on how I grew something to a 7-figure business in terms of selling videos and digital content. I can also do lots of graphic design content, like I can look at the top YouTube thumbnails and study why are they successful, why are they doing really well from a design foundation standpoint. And I think that would be really a unique approach because most people just study it, oh, this thumbnail does well. But we can study, okay, well, what kind of theories, what kind of design theory is this thumbnail using? Why is it successful? What's the psychology behind it? I'm going to probably be spending 90% of my time on YouTube, and I'm going to create videos that aren't in my courses so that anyone who's been taking my course videos, maybe 50% of you listening right now, this will hopefully be all brand new content. So some of my more successful videos so far, my top one is the psychology of color and design. That's a pretty broad topic, and I think that's why it's continually doing well. Then I have a 3-part series on the history of graphic design styles, which actually won a staff pick on Skillshare. So you can watch that. It's actually one of my favorite design lessons I've ever put together. There's a 3-part series. Those are doing really well. And of course, some of my ChatGPT AI stuff, I think everyone's really interested in learning that. But I have a long way to go. My goal, so I'm going to go ahead and tell you this goal so I can have a Mr. Beast moment 10 years from now, look back and say, all right, I'm making a full-time living on YouTube. But my goal is $2,000 a month. If I can make $2,000 a month and I could supplement with other income, of course, I can't retire on $2,000 a month because I've looked at my health insurance costs that are going up 30% next year. I'm going to probably be paying $2,000 a month just for my health insurance for me, my husband, and my 3 kids. So that's a lot to make up for. So if I can at least pay my health insurance bill with YouTube, that would be my biggest personal goal. Of course, I want to make more than that, but that is my goal for the end of the year. For 1 year, maybe this time next year, I'm making $2,000 a month. And I have the same kind of glimmer of hope that I had when I first started creating online courses. I remember releasing an Adobe Illustrator crash course. And of course, looking back at it, it's very terrible, but I made a $10 sale. And that's all I did the whole month is I made $10. But for some reason, it excited me beyond any money, the big money I've made today. That $10 sale felt better for some reason. It felt bigger to me because it was like I can make money online selling stuff I make in my room. And I thought that was really powerful. And I have that same glimmer of hope now with YouTube. I made $31.09, but that has excited me more than the $50,000 to $80,000 a month I used to make 2 years ago during the peak. For some reason, this $31 means a lot to me because it's the beginning of a new hope and career for me, even when my other one is crashing. I have something I can believe in, that I can continue to do what I love and maybe still not have to go back to freelance graphic design, which is how I made my money before. So I just wanted to share this kind of more of a simple, heartfelt, what's going on in the back of my head in terms of how I'm processing the downfall of my old career and hopefully a start of something even bigger and better. Maybe I have the voice for YouTube. Maybe I have the heart for YouTube. I think I do. I need your support. So I never say in my videos, like and subscribe, because I always thought that was stupid that you say, because every video says that. I thought it was boring, but now I'm going to have to start doing that. Please like, subscribe, watch my videos, watch the ad, whatever you need to do to support me just in this very beginning when I'm getting started. I would really love the support. And I hope to provide you with the best content I can. Thank you all, and we'll see you in a year when I do an update video for the same issue.